There will never be a moment like the present ever again. What you are living now can only happen once and will only happen once. Your life is essentially just like doing stuff. You're just doing stuff as it happens. You don't really have like a set plan. You don't know exactly how everything's gonna go. You can only take the present for what the present is. Sure, you could look at the past to analyze what could happen in the present, but that's not always gonna be guaranteed. So, and you may feel like in the present, but sometimes you gotta take advantage of that. If you're just doing nothing, you might as well just do something. Wow, some great insight I just dropped. So, for example, like if you're just in an environment where you're not like normally at, and you're like, I'm bored as shit, man. Just find a way to do something. There's 100% something you can do. I'm sure there's something you could find scribble or jot down information with. If you have your phone, you could write a bunch of stuff, or you could doom scroll, but doom scrolling is the most unbeneficial shit on the planet. And you could also do what I'm doing right now, just ranting about absolutely nothing that just came to my mind. So you just might as well do that. Anyways, aside from that tangent I just threw out there, there's a lot of things you could do when you feel like doing nothing. If you're, the chances are when you feel like you're doing nothing, you're really not going to want to do stuff that is important, like schoolwork, work, or something that just overall benefits you in the future. But anyways, like I'm trying to say is do stuff you typically want to do, but you typically don't do, if that makes any sense. I was never typically a person that would just be drawing or anything because I sought no purpose in doing it. But one day I was like, let me get my sketchbook out. I have nothing else to do. So you know what I did? I just scribbled and drew on it. Man, that was the most cringe dialogue I've heard in my life. Anyways, you could also just do whatever. You could like take pictures of birds, look at the environment, take a walk. There's a lot of things you can do. And yeah, but this is coming from the perspective of someone who's like has the privilege of doing these things. So I'm not entirely sure how everyone would be able to do something like this. I understand that there's so many different people in so many different environments with so many different upbringings that have so many different statuses and like so many other different things that like you can't even fathom to mention, and they don't have like all the same opportunities or like thinking or mindsets as I do or as other people do. There will be people with better mindsets and lower mindsets, and that is perfectly fine. But it is always good to try to branch out of something you do. If you just get stuck into one habit, you will die. I mean, I'm kind of joking. Like, you will die in the sense of that you've trapped yourself in a place where you yourself cannot grow, and that is just dog shit. I have done that before, and I can tell you that is the worst thing you could possibly do. Trapping yourself in a mindset that does absolutely nothing for you, literally does absolutely nothing for you. This might sound mean, but if you just want to be sorry for yourself every single day, no one's going to be sorry for you because you are putting yourself in that place, and that is your total decision. I understand that, once again, there are 100% other factors, different things that affect people, but you can get out of that and you could find ways to work around it, even if you think you can't. There are 100% ways, and literally never give up. There are tons of things on this planet to be seen, tons of things even in your like local neighborhood, your house or whatever, to be seen, so many things to be done, and just don't waste that, because I've 100% wasted an insane amount of time that I probably shouldn't have during my teenage years. I don't exactly know what I'm talking about, but I just feel like I need to talk about it. I don't know. Again, I'm not like no doctor or like psychologist or humanitarian or anything, so I can't paint the full picture of everything I'm trying to say. I just feel like what I'm saying is something. And I just feel like after this moment passes, I wouldn't have had the same thoughts and sentences that I would have said right here, right now, if I didn't record it, and that would have just been lost forever in just the void that is the human brain. Like, there's so many ideas that we as people just probably just miss out on so many times just because we're just thinking too hard, and then the next day you're like, oh yeah, whatever. You can't remember it forever, and it's just lost forever. So I'm gonna try something different and just try to capture what's ever going on in my little tree or something. I don't know. I look like a bush. Probably blend in with this tree with this afro I got if I just dyed it green. Don't know if I have that much else to say. I just been spewing stuff. Take advantage of a situation that may seem bad or boring or whatever. You really can do something. You have more power than you actually know you have, and that's coming from someone who doesn't believe that. So I don't know. I don't entirely believe that I don't have any power. That is not true. I have as much power as I have. You essentially do have free will depending on whatever circumstance you live in. You could do whatever you want, but don't do anything that harms people or harms yourself, because that's just bullshit. There's a hornet right here. Holy shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. You almost saw some live leak footage right there. That was some crazy shit right there. This life is yours. You choose what you want to do with it. Be self-aware of what you're doing. Don't be ignorant and just do stuff out of impulsiveness. That could work out, but that could also work out horribly. Anyways, this is coming from an 18-year-old who hasn't lived life to the fullest yet. So I don't even know if I should be even saying any of this shit. But it's just my brain. Maybe it could help someone. But it's also, I'm pretty selfish. I just want to put my words out there. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. And that's the thing, you don't know. So you might as well just see what you don't know. I don't know. That's it. Hello everyone, I just want to say thank you for making it to the end of the video and watching it all the way through. Also, I want to say Happy New Year and Happy New Year's Eve to anyone who's watching this during those days. Also, I'm very sick right now, so you could probably hear that in my voice, but it's whatever. But I also want to say I made this video all the way back in April of this year, and I just been sitting on it until finding like the perfect time to put it out, but I never did. So I was like, might as well just put it at the end of the year. I guess it makes the most sense. So, yeah.